Prior to Polytopia's Path of the Ocean update, Aquarion was easily regarded as one of the worst tribes in the game. This was due to a number of different reasons, but the main problem was that Aquarion had no starting technology and nothing to compensate for it. If you think of technology in terms of star value, they essentially started with 5 or 6 less stars compared to other tribes. The Naval update sought to remedy this, giving Aquarion riding as a starting technology, as well as an amphibian as their starting unit. The update also included a couple of light buffs for the tribe, such as their super unit's defense stat getting changed from 4 to 5. However, this was offset by reducing their best unit's health, the tridention, from 15 to 10. Have these tweaks been enough? Is Aquarion actually a decent tribe now? Today we're going to figure that out. We'll be playing 2 different random multiplayer games, one on Archipelago and one on Continents. After these conclude, I'll offer my final thoughts and opinions on the tribe. Let's start with the Archipelago game. Alright, here we are. One of the big differences brought about by the Naval update is that Aquarion now starts with the riding tech and an amphibian. So I'm wondering if we sort of play it like Omaji here, where we train another amphibian on turn 0. I think we can just get a warrior and send it towards these fruits over here. It looks like we'll be taking organization for our, our second tech. Now something a little tricky here is that our second city here, it only has 1 fruit, which means we can't upgrade that city with just organization. We could get fishing, because that would allow us to upgrade this city, and then we could also upgrade our capital using port connections, actually. So that might be a little more versatile. Let's see what this warrior reveals first. There's a village here, 1 fish, and a bunch of fruit. That's tricky. I think I'm gonna try fishing, because in the case that, we don't want to level up our capital with a port connection, we can get an amphibian, send it to reveal our lighthouse here, and that'll give us 1 population. So we can upgrade our capital with that if we want. Our second city is looking fine. I forgot to check our opponent's score at the start of the game, so I'm not sure what tribe they could possibly be playing. It looks like our third city here does have 2 fish, so that's very handy. I'm wondering if we take an explorer in our second city, or if we just opt for a workshop. I think we kind of need workshop, just because upgrading our capital is going to be a little more expensive. Oh, they're playing Zabasi. Okay, that's cool. There's a mountain ruin here. Do we want to get climbing and go for that? How bold are we feeling, fellas? Are we feeling bold? I think we're feeling bold. If you present me with a mountain ruin, I have to go for it. Come on. There's our opponent. We get 3 stars from them. They could potentially kill our amphibian, but we'll see what they do. I think I'm just going to get a warrior in our capital. He's going to go find the lighthouse to upgrade our capital. So something new with the Naval update is that you can see now all of our coastal tiles have a shoreline around them in the water. So based on that, we can kind of figure out where land is. Like, we know this is a land tile, this is a land tile, there's a land tile here, and it looks like there's land here. So yeah, very, very interesting stuff. We are in second place. Our opponent is beating us in score. Let's see what the ruin gives us here. Population. Oh, okay. I guess that works. We'll take a workshop. Warrior goes on the mountain, we find our lighthouse, and then we can grab the fish here, upgrade our capital, take resources. Look at that. I think now we upgrade our third city here and take an explorer. And I may honestly do it with the port, because I feel like, we know this is a land tile, but I don't know if there's a land bridge to walk across in order to get to that land tile. I think I'm just going to put a port here, and then we'll take an explorer. Yeah, it looks like that was the right call. So now we can get our warrior in the port, and he can start exploring. So our opponent will take this village, but we should get this one, I think. Now, before the Naval update, the big thing with Aquarion was getting spearing and just spamming tridentions. Now, they have been nerfed. They used to have 15 health, now they only have 10, but they're still incredibly agile and do a ton of damage, so I think they're still good units. So something interesting in the tech tree here is that free diving allows us to move in ocean tiles, but sailing also allows us to move in ocean tiles. I don't know if that's just for specific units, like with free diving our riders can move in ocean tiles, but with, sailing our boats can move in ocean tiles. I'm not sure how that works, but we're gonna find out. I think what I want to do this turn is just train some amphibians to help expand our territory. We can put our little raft right here. Amphibian, and I guess another amphibian. We'll be able to take an explorer in our north city here, and that will hopefully give us some good vision on our opponent. I don't know if they spawned in the north corner or the west corner, but we should find out. Okay, we'll start the turn just by taking our explorer. Okay, there's a warrior hanging out over there. There's their capital. So they did spawn in the north. Our raft will go on this village. We'll move our amphibian onto this tile. We find another village. Okay. I think I'll just train one more amphibian and then save our stars for, I don't know, free diving maybe. Oh, hello. Our opponent has a rider on this village that we want. Let's see if they keep it there or not. They did stay on the village, so, I mean, we can knock them off and probably guarantee that we get that. If I just do this, this guy kills, and then we throw him forward and move on to the village with this guy. Oh, they resigned. Okay. I will say that game felt a lot better than, you know, games prior to the Naval update. I think Aquarion really deserved the buff that they got. Getting riding in an amphibian on turn 0. You know, that's pretty sweet. Also, looks like fishing was the right call here over organization. I'm glad we decided to go with that. Alright, well, that was a pretty good display for Aquarion. However, I'd consider Archipelago to be Aquarion's most favorable map type. Let's see how they fare on a continents game. Hey, I remember this guy. This was the Simanti player from the last video. And he's gone. Okay, here we are. Now, we might have a little more trouble with the continents map type, due to the fact that there's going to be more, abundant land. And I think Aquarion really thrives on, like, Archipelago, where they can sort of, like, dart around the water tiles and find villages that way. We move a little slower across land, but we'll try and make do. Now, we have a ruin here, but unfortunately we can't get it. We know there's a land tile here, so I think we'll move north. Yeah, it's a village. Ooh, that is an awful village. There's only one fish. Okay, that's bad. I'm considering, do we go for organization or fishing this time around? Now it's a little bit of a tougher choice. Like, we can upgrade our capital with organization. Technically, we can upgrade our capital and our second city using fishing. We can't even upgrade our third city with organization or fishing. What the heck are these resource rates? I think Aquarion has a decent amount of farmland. I'm gonna grab organization. We'll be able to upgrade our capital. And it looks like we do have quite a bit of farms. We'll take a workshop and then capture the second city, I suppose. And then we will end our turn. So, I think we might end up grabbing farming. I don't know, this is kind of tough. Our opponent started with 515 points, which means there's a couple of tribes they could be. Oh my goodness, the game is begging me to get free diving right off the bat. Got 2 delicious ruins we could grab if we do. I think we'd capture this city. Maybe not. I think what we'll do is we'll get a warrior in our capital. The warrior will go grab the lighthouse up here. Next turn, we'll train another amphibian and take free diving. We can move on to this ruin, and then we'll capture the city. Then we're hoping the ruins give us good stuff, I guess. So if our opponent started with 515 points, they could be Barter, Imperius, technically Omagi if they started with a lighthouse in their vision, Chinchi, Illyrion, and I think Kiku as well. Ooh, if they're Kiku, that's gonna be rough. Alright, let's grab free diving. We can move on to this ruin now. Move our warrior and capture the city. Our economy is gonna be really bad for a while. I'm hoping this is just a star ruin, and then, I mean, we're still not in a great spot after that even, but a star ruin or like a farming ruin would be nice. My ruin luck has been insane lately, so we'll see if that continues. There's a fish here. I'm hoping that maybe we have a village on this tile up here. No. It's water, too. We can't even get to the lighthouse with our warrior. That's rough. We get a roads ruin? Does that do anything for us? We can upgrade this city with roads. But, like, that's not a whole lot better than just getting farming, is it? Oh, we have a fish here, so possibly a village on one of these tiles or something. We'll move on to this ruin. Move our amphibian. I should have put him on this tile, probably. Okay, our opponent's playing Illyrion. That means they're expanding quickly, which is not good for us. We need time to build up still. I can upgrade our second city with roads. I guess we can. I may take an explorer. It's gonna move south, but I'm hoping it will manage to find our opponent if it moves west like it's trying to do. It did not. Yeah, in hindsight, maybe that wasn't a great idea. On the contrary, though, the village density in this corner is insane. Look at this. There's perfect village spawns. So maybe roads as a method for upgrading our cities won't actually be too bad. Now, because our opponent's playing Illyrion, they can see when ruins disappear. So they know I'm in the east corner. What's this ruin give us? An explorer. Could be big. Oh, they're using the Illyrion skin. Good on them. Alright, well, we found them. got our stars. Yeah, I moved my rider bad last turn. That's unfortunate. I think that's a good turn. We want to go for fishing next turn. With fishing and ports and all that, we can start upgrading our cities a little bit more. I'm afraid our opponent is going to beat us to these 2 villages here. That's probably just a circumstance that we're going to have to live with here. We grab fishing, capture this. I think I'll upgrade this city with a road and a fish. Yeah, we'll just do that. I'm going to grab another explorer. We'll have perfect vision on our opponent. Well, I say that, I was kind of hoping it would have revealed more of this, but alas. And there was actually a fish under the ruins, so we can upgrade this city this turn for a workshop. So that's nice. I'm going to road our warrior towards this village here. And then our turn's pretty much done now. 11 stars per turn on turn 9. Oof, that's kind of rough. On the bright side, this city up here is loaded with fish. I guess we'll, try and get our network monument and use that to get a crab or something. Our opponent is getting crypts. Good on them. Their economy is definitely better than ours. Move on to this village. I guess I'll road towards the village in the ruin here. I'm going to put our amphibian on this tile, see if they leave that city open. We can just walk on in. And then I think we'll just save our stars. I mean, we'll upgrade this city. Other than that, not much else we need to do. We could get another warrior here. I think I kind of want to get another warrior here, actually. Just a little more insurance to help us get this village in this ruin. It looks like our opponent has been taking mostly workshops in their cities. You can tell because of the little forge that's sitting in their city. That means they took a workshop instead of an explorer. They also got a workshop in their capital. So they probably don't even have any vision on this rider. Not that they would have had vision on it anyway if they had gotten explorers because we're in the water. And they would have needed fishing in order to have their explorer move on these shallow water tiles. Technically, an explorer could have gone through here and found our rider. All of this is to say that if I were in his position, I would not be training a unit here because, in my mind, I'm perfectly safe. However, that's not the case, and we're going to take advantage of that. I think we'll go ahead and opt for the village first here, and just have our conga line of warriors keep moving, I guess. Any tech that we need? I really don't think so. Not yet, anyway. I just want to keep upgrading cities right now. Our capital levels up, we take resources, we get this fruit for our workshop. I'm considering setting up ports to get these 2 cities to link to our capital. I kind of want to train amphibians, actually. Maybe next turn we get the ports we need. That way we get our network monument and all that. I'll get an amphibian here just because we're going to have to defend this city. Yeah, they're putting some resources over this direction to try and kick us out. Looks like we have a turn before they can actually do anything. Archery, ooh. Okay, the plot thickens. Our opponent has archery, a very good tech. Why is it a good tech? You get good trades whenever you're attacking and defending, because obviously when archers attack, if they hit a melee unit, the melee unit won't retaliate against them if there's proper range. And it also means that, you can shoot a warrior and then your warrior can kill it without getting hit, stuff like that. So one of the downsides to Aquarion is that their amphibians cannot use roads, so we basically just have to use warriors to expand here. I'm going to grab this city, and I think I'm going to go for an explorer here. It's probably not necessary, but whatever. Oh, there's a little bit of a strait through here that prevented them from moving this way. Okay, that changes the balance of this map completely. We also found a lighthouse, which gives our capital that nice 1 population. We'll move on to this ruin, send our warrior towards this village, and then I think our warrior will grab this mountain ruin on the next turn. Let's capture this city here. We'll put a port in our capital, and then a port in this city. That'll link up. Our capital upgrades, we take population growth, and then I'll put the Grand Bazaar here for our super unit. Need 1 more amphibian, and I think that's a fine turn. Ran out of time there towards the end. I was spending too much time yapping, as I usually do. Putting our Grand Bazaar here probably wasn't necessary. All we needed was a port in this city, and then our amphibian can reveal the lighthouse here. That would have given us 2 population. If we hadn't done that, we would have had 2 monuments to use in this city, and then that plus fish, and port connection, well, I guess the population from the port too, would have gotten us a crab. What's this ruin give us? Resources. Very nice. It looks like this game's going to be going a little longer, though. We might have to take spearing or something in order to close this out, I think. I guess we'll kill this archer over here. I'll pick up climbing, move on to the mountain ruin here, and I'm just gonna road our warrior onto this village. What do you want our 5 health amphibian to do here? Maybe hit the demon? Yeah, that works. Get an amphibian here. We don't want to train anything in this city or else it will allow our opponent to siege it, By not training a unit there, we're completely safe for another turn. I know we talked about spearing to close this game out, but navigation and sailing could probably do it as well, in all honesty. I'm gonna build one more port in the city. 2 stars for 1 star per turn. Not bad. We also still have our Park of Fortune. I don't know what I want to do with that. I'll just hold on to it for now, even if that's suboptimal. Now our opponent's gonna be able to repeatedly siege this city, but I don't think they're going to be able to take it at any point because we're always just going to have amphibians to stop the siege. Also, I'm just now realizing our opponent is completely screwed in terms of ocean access. They need border growth in this city in order to even remotely get on the water. This ruin gives us population. Well, I guess we can get another crab. I'm going to pick up spearing and grab this city. It'll link to our capital upgrades. We could get a park. Now I'll just get a crab. Oh, they resigned. Yeah, that's fair. Once I took this city from them, it was pretty much over, because then this city became their only method to get on the water, and in order to do that, they would have needed border growth, and I mean, based on what I can see in this city, in terms of resources, that just ain't happening. Alright, so after playing these multiplayer games, and also playing some extra games with Aquarion off camera, I'm ready to offer my final thoughts, I think. First and foremost, I want to answer the original question I posed for this video. Is Aquarion a decent tribe now? Well, yeah. Starting with riding an amphibian offers Aquarion a unique advantage on water maps, which is the ability to spread across water and pick up villages faster than most normal tribes, even with ports being located in the fishing tech. The drawback is that Aquarion can't upgrade their capital on turn 0, which is a hallmark of all the best Polytopia tribes. However, they almost make up for it given their ability to rapidly expand around water-based maps and gain control of large areas of territory. Of course, the issue with this is that their tech prices can get expensive pretty quickly. The tribe feels like a balancing act between expanding quickly and picking up key technology at pivotal points in the game, which I'd say is true for most tribes in the game in fact, and a good indicator of the tribe being balanced. One of their big drawbacks is resource distribution. As we saw in the video, you can sometimes get cities that need multiple different techs to even get that first city upgrade. Compare this to a tribe like Kiku or Imperius, which is pretty much guaranteed to have at least 2 fish or 2 fruit near their villages, if you're playing on their preferred map type. In my opinion, consistency is key, making these tribes strictly better, but not by much. Finally, I think we should touch on drylands. Can you play Aquarion on drylands? I mean, technically you can, but I don't know why you'd want to. My original plan for this video was to include a drylands game along with all the other games, but ultimately, this game ended up being 40 minutes of defense until my opponent managed to chain my units with a knight. It wasn't very interesting. One of the biggest issues with Aquarion on drylands is that their amphibians and tridentions can't use roads, meaning you don't have any ability to rapidly apply pressure. Rather, you need to build up an overwhelming force and slowly push it forward, hoping your opponent falters to it. But, I mean, that still doesn't mean Aquarion's a bad tribe. I wouldn't want to play Kiku on drylands either, much in the same way that I wouldn't want to play a tribe like Hudrik on Waterworld. Now, I know a long time ago there was talk of Mijiwan potentially reworking the Aquarion tribe. I don't know if this is still planned or not, but if so, it'll be interesting to see how drastic their changes are. Let me know in the comment section down below if you think Aquarion needs some sort of rework, and if so, how would you change them? Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you all did enjoy. If you did, be sure to hit the like button down below, and subscribe for more epic Polytopia videos. And I'll see you all in the next video. Have a spectacular day.